Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Trey, aka the Amazon GOAT, and I'm back with another video. Today, I had the pleasure of speaking with Supermom Cassandra, who has taken her Amazon FBA business from $0 back in April to over $250,000 in sales in less than 8 months. So she's here today to spill exactly how she's done it and how you can too. So let's get right into the video. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. Today, I have a very special guest. Her name is Cassie. You all probably know her as Shakespeare Selling on Instagram, but she's been able to go from $0 back in April to over $250,000 in sales in less than 8 months. Let me repeat that for anyone who didn't hear me. She went from $0 in April when she first got started to over $250,000 in sales in less than 8 months. So I had to bring her on today. Without further ado, Cassie, I appreciate you coming on. But for people who don't know you, can you give us a little bit more about yourself and why it is that you chose Amazon to get started with?
Okay, well, I am a single mother of three kids, one teenager, one tween, I guess, and a 9-year-old boy. So two girls and a boy. And being a single mother of three in California is expensive. So, making pretty good money as an employee by, most accounts. But what it didn't give me was my time. So, kids in before school programs, after school programs, trying to find people to take them, pick them up, or I would have to miss stuff. Being employed didn't give me the time I wanted with my kids. So I started to look for other ways to make income that had to at least meet what I was making and then more. So I started doing some research.
All right. And you found it, you found Amazon.
Yeah, I found several Wi-Fi money, e-money, all those type of things. This is the one that sounded the most solid to me, being that I'm a professional consumer. I was pretty versed in Amazon and used it countless times. So why not be someone buys from? So I checked
Definitely.
into it.
Definitely. I think people sort of forget, being a good consumer or someone who, can know how to find a deal like that automatically gives you an advantage to being successful selling on Amazon. So, definitely if you have that bargain hunter and, trying to find the best deal in you, I think it's even a more of a reason to get started selling on Amazon and, find success pretty quickly. So run us through, what it looked like when you first got started, because that was back in April, you said?
Yes, April 1st.
April 1st, April Fool's Day. Man.
Exactly. The irony in it, I was like, okay.
Right. But talk a little bit more about that and how the process was, when you first got started.
It was a learning curve, especially because I'm just not, I'm savvy purchasing, but as far as being the other side was brand new to me. So the research part of it, the process of it was just new. So it was definitely a learning curve. And I will definitely give you credit because when I finally linked up with you for a different component of Amazon, it really helped educate. And I tell people to this day, like, learn the apps, learn the charts, learn the graphs, because honestly, on the front end, I did lose money. I just didn't know what I was doing. Had a previous mentor that I just felt like I was bugging, and by no means did he ever say, oh, this or that. But, you're trying to learn and you don't want to lean, but you have to. And having a solid mentor is essential. And he taught me what he taught me. And I felt that I had got to a certain point where I wanted to know more. It found it to make it easier. So then I did some more researching, and that's when I found you.
Okay. Yeah, no, I definitely think that mentorship for anyone who's sort of seeking that knowledge, because it can be a lot, first starting out, you throwing yourself into the deep end, when you first start out, it's, easy to lose money on the front end, like you said, but with, either time or the right guidance, people that are going to have success selling on Amazon are going to find a way to make it work. Whether they get a mentor or don't, but getting a mentor can speed up that process of success. So if you're looking for one, you know where to go. But yeah, talk a little bit more about the struggles you were having maybe at first. I know you mentioned the charts and stuff like that. What did that really look like?
It didn't look like anything because I wasn't using them.
Yeah.
It's it always everybody has a different thing that they specialize in or that they're just good in. Everybody can kind of use something, but they may not be great at it. So you can be good at a whole bunch, but this one thing you're really great at.
Mm-hmm.
So my first previous mentor, awesome at RA. I learned how to hit the bricks, make my bags off RA. But again, I wanted to get into this for my time. So RA is very time consuming.
Right.
I'm sorry, retail arbitrage. And it's so funny when I first started, he was using like RA, FBA, and I was like,
"What are these
words? Like, what is that?" It took me like maybe 2 calls to kind of ask, like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Right.
So, but as you know, it takes like today, I still enjoy doing it. So I was in the store from 10 to 1 hours doing it. But I had heard about OA and how that can just make my life so much simpler. And I tried it on my own, very unsuccessful. Again, found you, learned it, really leaned into you and bugged you, I'm sure.
No,
yeah, it was
supposed to.
rough. It was rough for me.
Yeah.
But once I learned it, game changer. Like I went out today because one, I had to do a pickup order. We'll talk about how I got there. But if I want to sit here, if I'm at my son's football practice supporting him, I can literally be on my phone sourcing. I don't have to physically be anywhere. And it's just a game changer.
Definitely. That's that flexibility aspect. I think a lot of people feel like, you have to put the 24 hours out of the day into it. You have to be, at home, focused on OA. Once you get some experience in the game and you're able to know what to do, it doesn't matter what it is that you're doing. If you have some time to just pull it up on your phone, pull it up on your laptop, you can find some winners that, you can sell for months just from that little session that you just had while you were doing something else. So flexibility, big key to selling on Amazon, and you don't have to think of this as I gotta be like super locked in, closed behind closed doors and just locked in. You have to be locked in the aspect of like, all right, if I start sourcing and I come across a product that's not going to work, okay, I'm gonna just move on to the next one and try to work at finding profitable products. But in no way is it like one way to succeed. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, so cool. You started doing some more FBA, it sounds like. When did you start doing that?
When you taught me.
Was that like two months after you got started? 2-3 months?
Yeah, it was like June. I want to say my first FBA order was June.
First FBA shipment in June.
Yes. And that was another level of game changer because I think my first order I had it was 12 boxes because I remember when we were trying to ship them out, I think they kept it at 10 or something. And I'm saying that's how much space I had in my home being consumed by product. I didn't even know I could send off, still sell them and have space back in my home. Like literally we're stepping over boxes. It was like playing Tetris in here trying to get around. So yeah, June, I did 12 boxes off to FBA Amazon.
12 boxes, first FBA shipment. I mean, you had to have known, the right things to do, the right strategies to use so that, you're sending out 12 boxes of profitable inventory and not 12 boxes of, products that, just aren't doing what they're supposed to do. So I know everyone sort of, that is successful selling on Amazon has their, key ways, key methods, key sauce that they sort of use to be able to find, these profitable products. That's probably the hardest part of, selling on Amazon is finding profitable products. I think, most people believe that. I struggle with that when I first started as well. So without giving us your whole, play, can you give us a little bit of sauce that
Because I wasn't going.
yeah, nah, I know we can't get the full course on it, but
No.
tell us a little bit about like what it is that you like to do to find profitable products.
When I first started, and to this day, I tell people this: I sourced how I shop.
Mm,
Again, being a mother, I just know what kids go through,
yeah.
and I know like what a parent's gonna feel like. Kids snack all day. So again, I started in April. I knew summer was coming. I
Mm,
started looking in this all those boxes of snacks and chips and stuff then because yes, you can go out and get it. But again, I know how a parent feels. I'm not about to pack all three of them jokers in a car, go to the store for that one or two things I wanted, and now I'm leaving with 10 things because mama, can I get this? Mama, can no. So I started to source like that because I knew where parents going to be coming from. I knew where kids were going to be coming from. So my number one thing is just source how you shop, what you're good in, what you know. Because if I'm buying it as a parent, I know other parents are buying it.
right.
And then too, looking for a deal on it. So I would get it off season. Just how I would shop from in California, we really don't have seasons. So I always benefit from, say, when summer clothes go on sale because it's supposed to be winter now. I could go buy shorts now for say $2-3 when they was 20 during the summer.
Yep.
So source how you shop, that's mine. And then my number one right now is relationships. Like I said, I literally was picking up an order that probably months ago I'd have been walking through the store scanning trying to RA. So I got in touch with the owners of the different stores, let them know what I was doing because I always tell people be honest, build relationships, and they're in it to make money. So I can come in, buy a whole bulk of inventory that you never have to put out on your shelf, get it right out your back room. You made your money. So now I'm getting it at the price I want. I'm going to make money.
Mm-hmm.
So relationships, I literally just pick up from stores now that I've ordered from their particular SKU list.
That was a ton of game. I don't even know if we should be giving this out for free, as a YouTube video, but man, if you just listen to what she just said, relationships, relationships, relationships. You never know how starting a conversation with somebody that's in the store, an employee, a manager, an owner,
Yeah.
if you can, get in touch with them, you never know where that can really take you. And just putting yourself out there and, willing to ask.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I always say is, ask and you shall receive.
All right.
That's it right there, because if you do just continue doing what you're doing, whether that's going in these stores and staying in there for hours, you're not being productive with your time. You can literally get access to all of the products in these stores just by talking to someone. So definitely a whole lot of gems, a whole lot of game that was just thrown out there. Take that and run with it if you are really trying to have success with Amazon. Cassandra here, went from 0 to 250K in sales in less than 8 months. So, and she's telling you exactly how she did it. So run the play. Like I said, we don't want the whole course, but that was more than enough, I feel like, for somebody to be able to take and really run with it. So thanks for sharing that. My next question for you would be, so you've gotten to the point where you feel good about selling on Amazon. You've had some success. You've reached that 250K mark. What is next? Because I feel like everyone who sells on Amazon, we hit that first 10K month. We're like, all right, well, now I got to hit 20. All right,
Mm-hmm.
20 gets hit. Now I got to hit 50. What does the next steps really look like in your visions for what you really see with Amazon?
My first, say, step goal was to be at 500,000 in sales by my year mark. definitely. I'm claiming that.
Mhm.
Can't say how I'm going to miss it. If I
Right.
just keep on pace.
Hmm.
So that, and then just scaling. So being able to get winning products in a larger amount at a cheaper cost.
Mm.
So then I can sell them, of course, for a higher profit and have my margins be better.
Right. And that's it right there. When you think next level, starting out with retail arbitrage and maybe some online arbitrage is a great way to get started, get active or what's the word I'm looking for? Uh,
Acclimated.
acclimated on how to sell on Amazon, those first processes, sending out your first FBA shipment, all of that is, great with retail and online arbitrage. That next level, that next step is what we just talked about in going into these stores, building relationships with store owners, buying products in bulk, so that you get deeper discounts on these products. That is the only way that you can you know increase your margins first and foremost. Like, who doesn't want to be making more money from the products that they're
Mm-hmm.
selling? But also in terms of scaling, that has to be done. So,
That's it.
yeah, those are some great points right there. I think, continuing to build those relationships, buying more inventory. You got to buy more to make more in this game. But yeah, following those, sort of footsteps and taking that journey to, next levels is a beautiful thing. So, keep going. We got 500K. You said before the year mark.
Yep.
That's getting hit easily.
Easily.
So definitely cool. So, uh, I guess for the person who is sort of on the fence about selling on Amazon, did you ever have any like doubts about getting started, or any of the Amazon online money is a scam, this or that? Did you have any doubts when you first got started?
I did have doubts. One that, I mean, to be completely transparent, the doubt was how much it costs for a mentor. I was just like,
Ah,
okay.
yeah.
And now I definitely tell people the saying you get what you pay for definitely is true, even with mentorship. It's, I needed it. And you can, like you said, you can watch videos and Instagram and kind of wing it, but my
Mm,
learning curve would have been way slower. I am 100% affirmed that I would not be where I am without that. So that was kind of like I didn't, yeah, my initial
mhm,
causation. And then as far as thinking it was a scam or anything like that, I really didn't even hear that language till later on when I was
mm,
making money. I
right.
was like, people really thought this. Or I was just like in the mode, like I'm trying to find my freedom. And so
Mhm,
I'm going to try this and try that. And then I summed it up to how many other things I've tried and just didn't stick with or didn't.
mm,
I know Amazon is real. I
right.
buy from Amazon. Like it can't be what, people are now saying is and then too, I think it takes putting on like those blinders and those blockers. This is what
Right.
I wanted. This is what I'm going to do, and I'm going for it. So the
Mhm,
scam thing, by no means is it a
mhm.
scam at all.
Yeah,
I don't know. And if people want to think it is, it's okay. I'm gonna make money.
I'm
I'm
about
gonna
to
keep
say.
making it.
Yep. Yeah. Let the people that think it's a scam think it's a scam. But what would you have to say to that person that, might be on the fence? Maybe they feel like they need this or need that before they can get started. What would you have to really say to that person?
Get off the fence. I am, like I said, I'm a single mother of 3 kids, and I've been a single mother for like 7, going on 8 years now. Um, you have to make a move at some point. There's
Mm,
no way to get where you want to go without actually moving, making some movement. Do it. And I'm telling you, from where I was to where I am now, like I said, I made good money prior to. In these 8 months, I've made double my salary, my annual salary. And my kids love it. They have no hesitation about, mom, I got this awards assembly or that.
mm,
It's not even like, oh, I ain't got to ask nobody. Can I have some time off?
right.
There's no time to do nothing except for get them to where they got to go. All these activities they can do now that I
Hmm.
can take them to. Get off the fence. I'm
Right.
telling you. And I'm not one, I value my dollar. I don't care how many of them I have. I'm always gonna look for a bargain. I'm always gonna look for a sale.
Right.
And I value it. So I wouldn't tell somebody just to throw away their money, by no means.
Yeah, no, definitely. And with the family part, do your son or daughters help you out with the inventory at all?
Yes, when I
Packaging
first
stuff
started,
up?
yeah, because I started in April, and as it grew, summer hit. I was so happy. So I have work, and like you said, if they ever followed me on social media, I have pictures of them when I was in the garage and just tons of stuff before I started shipping off the FBA, where I taught each of them how to do a particular part that they could to help me because it got a lot. But then they got invested in it. I mean, I was paying them for their time, but now they'll be like, "Oh, mama, did you scan that? Did you scan that? Did you scan that?" We'll spend more time now with them scanning just to see, and I'm showing them what it is. And I've also really let them know, like, don't fall into, and I'm gonna call it a trap, and no disrespect to anybody, but don't fall into the trap of you have to be somebody's employee, you have to get a job. And how is you think about when you're in school, it's like, oh, what are you gonna be when you grow up? I always tell my kids, don't make them pick no profession. You're gonna be your own boss. Period. They don't, no, you don't want to be this. No, I don't. So they're saying that you don't have to go that route. You do not have to work for somebody and enjoy your life.
That was exactly what I was trying to hear. I'm sure that people are out there. That have, families and, Amazon and selling on Amazon can literally be a family thing. I sort of didn't have, that growing up. Both of my parents worked, full-time jobs. I didn't really see entrepreneurship in the house, but I just sort of, go back and think, I'm like, dang, if I was exposed to some of this stuff, back when I was growing up,
I'd be.
Oh my goodness, it would be crazy, but luckily I took that jump and took a risk and found something that actually worked. And now, the proof is in the pudding. People are definitely having a lot of success with selling on Amazon. There's no difference between, us and you. So don't think that you need this, you need that before you go ahead and get started. Just take that jump, put it in God's hands and see how far you can go and go from there. Definitely. Cool. So, any last words for the channel? Last remarks?
Invest in yourself. No better investment. Invest in yourself. Think about the money you waste or on stuff. Just
invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. That's where we're gonna leave it off for today. Cassie, again, I appreciate your time. I know you're a busy woman.
Of
Probably
course.
about to get to packing some stuff up and sending stuff out, right after this call. But I appreciate you coming. Yeah, I already know. I already knew that. So I appreciate you coming on today. And I will see everybody in the next video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you got some value from today's video. And if you want more videos just like this one from real people who have gotten real results, make sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. And you can also click the notification bell in order to be notified when I post my next video. The Amazon GOAT is out. Make sure to win the day today and every day.